Disney Treasure Planet. Dishes, dishes, dishes. Jim Hawkins grabbed another plate from the enormous pile of dishes. He was scrubbing and dumped into the sudsy bucket. This is not the adventure I had in mind, he said grumpily. Jim had been dreaming about finding treasure planet since he was a kid, and he was finally doing it. But somehow, working in the galley doing dishes for some crazy cyborg had never been a part of his fantasy. With a sigh, Jim rinsed the plate he was holding and grabbed another one. He wished he was allowed to do something besides mopping up on deck. But no, he was stuck in the kitchen washing dishes, alone. Being alone was practically the worst part of it all. It was getting to be that Jim even looked forward to Silver's company. Sure, he was a weirdo guy with a creepy cyborg eye. But at least he told some good tales of spaces. Excuse me. And he was better than no company at all. Yawning, Jim dipped the last dish in the bucket, scrubbed it, rinsed it, and wiped it dry. Then he added to the pile of clean dishes. There, Jim said with a sigh. But when he looked back, another dish was sitting beside his wash tub. Must have missed one, he said, picking up the plate. Now that's got to be it, Jim said, drying his hands on a towel. He leaned back on his stool. But what he saw nearly caused him to fall over. Another dirty dish was waiting to be cleaned. I know I got the last one. Jim rubbed his eyes. Maybe he was more tired than he thought. But when he opened his eyes, the dish was still there. I've been in the kitchen too long, Jim mumbled. By the time he cleaned it, another had appeared in its place. Jim had to get out of the kitchen. He was starting to go crazy. Suddenly, the dish he was washing slipped out of his hands. A pink blob burst out of the soapy water, sputtering and giggling. Morph, Jim couldn't help but smile at the little blob of protoplasm and his practical joke. Thanks for all of your help with the dishes, he said with a laugh. The end.